Things have gone all prehistoric in the house. Cara Louise is in tears again. Amy's going to club Carol, and John T is disturbed by the twins gutting small defenceless animals. And that's just the reactions to the nominations. This is Big Brother's Big Mouth. Brothers Big Mouth. Joining me tonight, I have actress and bird of a feather, Linda Robson.
Yeah!
Thank you. Singer-songwriter and him indoors, Matt Willis.
Yeah!
And of course, the wonderful studio audience. We'll be chatting to them later, but first, Amanda woke up this morning a little worse for wear and tried to explain to Sam exactly what happened in the caravan with Brian. But in the end, she just gave up and opted for a demonstration instead. One for the boys! Did anybody notice John T's reaction after seeing the nominations?
We've seen everybody's nominations. We travelled back in time to day 69, so we know what so we know what everybody thinks of us.
Ah, so you went back in time?
We did indeed. Right. I'm going swimming again. See you all later on.
Swimming pool? Why is he going to the swimming pool? Revenge is sweet and a little bit smelly. Now, I noticed earlier that Carol has put her arts and craft skills to good use to make herself a lovely custom-made apron. But what does the rest of it actually say? She absolutely loves him, refuses to believe that he's dead. Remember, this is your show and we want to hear how your little minds work. So get in touch by phoning us, texting us or emailing your eyepieces and messages via the website. And this week we specifically want to hear who you want to see get evicted. Now, in ancient Greek mythology, Poseidon is god of the sea, Apollo is god of prophecy, and it seems Jerry has become the god of housemate irritation.
Jerry is somebody who's becoming increasingly more difficult.
Jerry's been very argumentative this week.
I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't. I've kicked a ball over.
You're so selfish.
Over a ball.
As Jerry begged you to use the other ball,
I'm selfish.
and you just do your own thing, and you're playing with the ball.
Since I've been here, any arguments that have gone on have always involved him.
The problem is with you, Carol. You don't listen.
I don't want an argument.
You, Liam, as well. Don't laugh.
He's just getting more and more idle, I feel. He's always one in bed.
I do think that he believes that he's way too clever for this place.
With the two most historically knowledgeable housemates, come to the dining. You have failed your time-travelling history test.
I'm the history expert. Sorry, guys, I failed. Don't feel that you need to be embarrassed, Jerry. It's OK to get some wrong.
We win there. You know, we are doing so well until towards the end.
Aye, oh well.
I constantly sit there and listen to him go on and on about himself.
I just found out Ziggy put me up for eviction.
Listen, Ziggy, all I have to say is I couldn't possibly nominate my friend.
I'm bored looking behind my back to see who might nominate me next. I don't care.
We've called this discussion Jerry and the Piss Takers. Now, Linda, what's happened to Jerry? He seems to have slipped in the housemates', you know, in their little estimations.
Well,
That's
Ziggy's especially. I think he was really shocked that Ziggy nominated him. I was really shocked as well, because I'd always thought they'd had a few little tiffs in the past, but actually they seem to get on quite well, so it was a bit of a shock. I was expecting him to nominate Amy. That's who I thought he was going to go for. I was really surprised when he went for Jerry, really surprised.
Matt, were you surprised?
No, not really. I can't stand Jerry at the moment.
Why?
He's
Why
doing my
can't you
head
stand
in.
Jerry?
Because,
What's Jerry done wrong?
He's really changed. I think it came from the eviction when he went up against Nikki. He suddenly got really cocky, and it's not a good side of him.
Has Jerry got cocky, everyone?
He's got cocky.
Has he? Sue?
He's got a lot cockier than when he first came in the house. When he first came in, he had his little arguments and stuff like that. It's gone up for the vote, stayed, got a bit too big for his boots. Another week he'd be a bit fine, so that's probably why Ziggy nominated him. That week they probably clashed, and he thought he'd try and get him out of the house.
OK, anyone think he's not got cocky? Anybody? You don't agree?
Because I think the others can all see the finishing post and they're all sort of withdrawing into themselves, but he's quite happy to speak his mind. He doesn't care if he upsets them. He's quite open. I like him.
He's quite honest, isn't he?
He's very honest.
Don't we all want an honest housemate?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
I like
dignified.
him. I really do like him, but he won't win because he's not pretty enough.
Is that what you think? Can Jerry not win this show? No. Everybody thinks no. Anybody think yes?
No, I think
Let me come up there with you. Why doesn't he deserve to win?
Just because I think he's very arrogant, and you know everything he does, it's like the world revolves around him.
Is it the intellectual card that he's playing too much?
I'm not too sure.
You
Probably.
can't blame him for being clever. It's not his fault if he's educated. You can't knock him for being clever and educated, can you?
But he throws it in everyone's faces.
But you would, wouldn't you? I would. If I was that educated and that clever, I'd be throwing it in your faces.
So is he... I like that you put your hand up. I feel like I'm a teacher. I won't spank you, though.
Jerry's no worse than any of the others. He's just still playing along with the game. He's just a little bit. I think everybody's just being a little bit too harsh on him. He's just trying to maintain his presence in there and get through it, kind of the game that everybody's playing. But I don't think he's doing that bad. He's still a nice guy, and he still cares for everybody in there. No matter what, when somebody gets upset, he always seems to be one of the first ones over there to, oh, what's wrong? Can I help? And I think he really genuinely likes everybody in there.
Do you think Ziggy was out of order for nominating him?
No, he had to nominate somebody, so he's going to nominate somebody who he thinks is strong enough to not get evicted.
Okay.
I think that's his real reason.
But
no way.
Linda?
No, I don't think that was the reason that he nominated him. No way. He has got, he's done quite well in there the last few weeks, and it just was really a surprise. They'd had one little tiff, really, in the week over the ball, and I think, or the balls.
all the other original housemates, they've all stuck together and kind of opted to nominate the new housemates. But Jerry went for Ziggy.
He's been pushed out of the boys' club.
Let me come down.
He's been pushed out of the little boys' club that they had, and it's Liam and Ziggy and all that lot, isn't it? And I think Jerry's quite sweet in the little history test thing that they did. Yeah. He was kind of cute, wasn't he? Yeah. And he's all right. He's all right. No?
He what, sorry?
I don't think he realised that he's actually patronising people. I think he does it, subconsciously. I don't think he means to be mean.
Yeah, he put up with all of the Ziggy and Chanel stuff as well. He was always there for Chanel whenever she was upset, and Ziggy dumped her again, and then back together and dumped her again.
When she wasn't upset, she was always upset. She was always crying, wasn't she?
OK, right, we've got somebody who knows Jerry very well on the telephone. Louise, are you there?
Hello.
Hello! Everyone say hello to Louise. Hello. Right, what do you think of Jerry in the house?
He's having a bad week this week, I think. So he's not being everything he can be, and I think he's getting people's backs up a bit this week.
Is he being treated fairly by the other housemates?
I can understand why they're getting aggravated with him. I think they've lost their patience with him a bit this week, but I think it's just he's having a bad week. He's looking for some stimulation. He started getting a bit niggly. He's saying exactly what he thinks instead of checking himself and being a bit tactful. So he's just saying it like it is, I think.
Is he generally an annoying person? Aggravating?
He's not like that all the time. It's he can be like that, but he's also mischievous, he's silly, he's fun, he's been playing around with the twins. There's so much more to him than just that. I'd take for everyone just to focus on that factor, that personality trait at the moment.
Does he tend to be patronising in real life?
He can do, but he's not genuinely meant. I don't think sometimes he's even aware of it. I think, at the moment he's just looking for something to do. He's looking for someone that they can talk to, and he tends to end up talking at people, and they're just not connecting with him.
And can he win, Louise, do you think?
There's a lot of good characters in there. I think he can definitely make it down to the last few.
Oh, Louise, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you. So, very quickly, will Jerry make final few?
No.
No?
No.
No chance? No. Any yeses? Oh, got heels on.
He really put Ziggy in his place tonight, and he didn't shout, he did it calmly, and I think he showed Ziggy up for the sly person that he is.
Oh, fighting talk. Right, now it's time for the part of the show that Pete Doherty reportedly described as better than crack. It's the eyepiece.
This is the chin, Brian, to win.
Hey, big brother, love the show. Best year yet. I just want to say, Jerry's got to go. He's so boring. And Brian to win, come on! Yeah. Hey up, it's Pepe here from EastEnders. I just wanted to say that I want Peggy to win.
That's EastEnders.
Oh, I mean Zippy.
That's Rainbow.
Oh, I mean Ziggy.
Great.
You have been warned. Those people are out there somewhere. Remember, you can send your messages and mouthpieces or send your videos to the eyepiece via our website or send them directly from your mobile phone by texting them to 07730 444 400. Text costs your standard network MMS rate. It's time for a quick break now, but before we go, we asked our resident mime artist to give us his dramatic thoughts on the housemate we all love to love, Brian. Robson. And ever so slightly slimmer version of ex-housemate David, Matt Willis. And of course the gorgeous studio audience. Now on this show we like to reward our loyal viewers. Izzy go mad behind my back. So we asked the eyepiece regular Professor Copen to share his thoughts and his home with us. Here's what he had to say.
Ziggy, tall, handsome fellow. I thought he was Tarzan himself there. He talks very articulately. Carol, I wish she combs her hair or wears a cap or something when she cooks. And what do you think? Jonty is taking a great interest in Carol, you know. I've seen them talk together. They seem to be bonding. The twins. Very good girls. I am really happy to see teenagers behave in that way. Cara Louise, I like her giggles. Her giggles are far superior to the giggles of the twins.
Professor Copen. Now, 70 days have passed and still some housemates have never faced the public vote. These housemates laugh in the face of nominations. They poke two fingers up at evictions. They say, Heat Magazine, I'm not ready for your front cover yet. They are, of course, the Untouchables.
They were just three men. Men who had never faced a public vote. They call them the Untouchables. There's been romance. Action.
Big fish, small fish, cardboard box.
Confrontation.
This
It's fucking shouting, or I'll take you to town if you're shouting.
It's all about your rules, Carol. All about your fucking rules.
And laughter.
I think I'm going to get a tattoo of a penis on my forehead when I get out.
Why?
See the laughs.
And why is my face in a shit rag for?
Exactly. What are you saying?
But they still remain untouchable.
We've called this discussion The Untouchables. Matt, Liam, Brian, Ziggy never faced the public vote. How do they keep avoiding it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that the girls in the house fancy them too much now. You know, I thought that at first.
Oh,
but, you
come
know,
on!
I don't think it's too much. Do you think? No. I don't think. You know, I think Brian was lucky the other night to get a bit of a snog, to be honest. But you know, and Ziggy is out of any relationship ever known to Merv for the rest of his life. You know, and but Liam, I suppose Liam could probably pull anyway. But yes, so I don't know. I think they're just lucky. I think they just think everyone else thinks they're gonna evict them.
Linda, do you think they're indestructible?
I think also, I mean, I've got 2 girls and a boy, and with the girls, I mean, they just like to milk everything. You know what we're like, Emma? If we have an argument, we go on for 6 months, don't we? We get the up with someone, we don't talk. With the boys, they have a little tiff, they forget about it. They move on, don't they? With us girls, we like to milk it, don't we? And I think with the boys, they're actually genuinely 3 nice boys. And I think now that, what's her name's gone? What's her face? Chanel's gone. I can't even say the name now. Now she's gone, Ziggy's actually come into his own. He's actually quite a nice boy.
Is it a case, though,
Oh, he is. He's all right. Oh, he is.
Is it the case, though, that these guys are genuinely liked, or are they just liked more than the other housemates?
No, they're lucky because they all click together, so their personalities are all coming out. They're being natural, so therefore they're more liked, so they've just got a lucky little click going on, I think. And they're very bitchy as well. What are you talking about? They're very bitchy. About Amy, wasn't he? Very bitchy. They're worse than girls.
Well, I want to know who's been washing Amy's clothes because they've shrunk them all on her. Look at her clothes. What's happened to them? All her tops are up here, all her bottoms are down there. Who's been doing her laundry?
I like the alpha males, and I particularly like caveman Liam. You know, he really could throw me in a cave any time.
Now, what about Tracy? She's kind of wormed her way in with these 3 boys. Is she doing it because she knows how popular they are, that nothing...
No, yes, she is.
No, she's like one of the lads.
They're untouchables. She knows they're the centre of attention, and she's just like trying to milk it.
She's milking it.
She's milking it every
She's trying to get along.
She's like a man. She's like she's not like a man, but she's more manly than womanly, so she likes to be with the men.
Matt, what do you think? I know you've got some very strong opinions about Tracy, haven't you? Hey?
Oh dear.
I'm a little bit scared to say it because she's coming out in 3 weeks, but I fucking hate Tracy.
Well, you don't know. Why? You just swore as well.
I'm allowed to swear.
You are. It's late. Go on.
I can't stand Tracy. Her little facial expressions do my head in. The way she evicts, she goes, Ziggy. She does, that kind of thing. It just irritates me. She looks unclean. She looks like our mate Cobley. He's better looking though.
But she's watchable. More so than, say, Cora Louise.
I think she's really honest as well. I think what you see is what you get with her. They're all shaking their heads. Oh, yes, she is. She's like one of the lads. She goes and has a fag and has a chat with them.
Is what you see what you get with Tracy?
Yes!
Let's go to a man and ask a man what he thinks. Ask you. In a minute, calm down.
She's just down there. She's one of the lads. She's a bit of a tomboy, that's all she is, so...
That's it?
Yeah.
I came over to you and that's all you gave me. She's just one of the lads. She's just a tomboy. Surely a woman's got to have a better opinion. Yes! Let's go over to you. Tell me.
The reason she's getting along better with the guys is who smokes in the house? It's the guys. So they're in the little spot that she always congregates to. And she's not into all that girly stuff. They don't talk about anything she wants to talk about, but the guys do. So it's just a matter of who does she have more in common with? Age-wise, too, the guys are older, so that's why she's going to meld with them more than some of the younger girls. And, well, she gets along with Carol, too. They share a bed, don't they?
What about Liam? Liam, he's kind of distancing himself now from Amy. Do you think he's doing that on purpose because he knows that?
No, he loves Amanda. I think he loves Amanda. He's glowing. Last night's show, the look in the bedroom.
I think Amanda likes Liam.
Yeah.
I think
Amanda
that she's
does
going to
like
break up
Liam.
with
She
Brian
does.
really carefully because she won't want to break his heart. But I do think she's got a bit of a candle going for Liam.
Liam he doesn't want to have the same thing happen to Ziggy and Chanel because Ziggy said don't get too involved, see what happened. So he's staying back from everybody.
He's worried what people are going to think, I reckon.
What about What about Brian? He's the other one of the three musketeers, and he had a bit of Amanda. Is that going to harm him in the long run?
No, he won't. He's more powerful in the house. He's a joker, and everyone loves him. So, what's the point?
The Amanda thing goes wrong. He's still going to be.
He's
still going to be a big
You're having
character
trouble
anyway.
with it, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It's poking me in the eye. Yeah, I think he's safe even without Amanda. He's a big character, isn't he? So I think Brian to win.
Okay. Now those three boys, they haven't been up for eviction, but the twins have never ever been nominated, not once, apart from this week when they're up through their own accord. So has it been detrimental to them? Do you think they should have done it?
They're fine.
They're excited about it. So they can prove that the public love them so much.
So they know they won't go.
They know.
So they think they're okay.
Yeah.
They're doing this big thing here, so I have to stop it. That's all we've got time for tonight. Sorry, I think my talkback's gone. I can't hear anything. Well, thanks to my guests, thanks to the audience. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Join Dermot and Little Brother at 7:30. I've had a splendid evening. It's very hot. Goodbye. Amanda and Sam, Amy, Jonty and Cara Louise face eviction from the Big Brother house. Who goes? You decide. To evict Amanda and Sam, call 09011 21 22 24. To evict Amy, call 09011 21 22 19. To evict Jonty, call 09011 21 22 21. To evict Cara Louise, call 09011 21 22 22. At least 10p from each call will be donated to charity, details of which can be found at channel4.com/bigbrother.